Hey guys, it's Iron Prepper here, and we're getting ready to preserve for long-term storage some pre-washed pinto beans. And I'm sure everybody who's watching this knows how to do it, but it's always fun to do a video that everybody knows everything about. Great comments on that. About 100 pounds, and got it at want to say Sam's Club. We got it, and of course every time I'm out I like to do some long-term storage food items and add them to my preps, and over a couple years, before you know it, right, you've got a lot of stuff. As we all know, the equipment that you need for long-term preservation is, I just use a measuring cup, just a little bit easier. Stole my wife's iron. That's going to be used to heat seal the Mylar bags. We got the 5-gallon bucket, and I think I got those at Lowe's. The Gamma lids I got online. Really like the Gamma lids. A lot easier to get open, and just things seem to set on top of one another. The bucket's a lot more sturdy with the Gamma lids, so I got those. I'm trying something new here. Just got these from Amazon. It's Pleasant Grove Farm LLC 7 mil Mylar bags, and the reason I want to try 7 mils because the 4.5 to 5 mil, you can still get light through it, and we know that light is detrimental to long-term storage food items, so I'm going to try that. They come with, I think I got, I don't know, 50, 60 bags, and they come with the oxygen absorbers. These are 300 milliliter oxygen absorbers. Remember, being a chemist, I'll just teach you. 300 cc is cubic centimeter. It's the same as milliliter. It translates exactly the same, so 300 cubic centimeters or 300 milliliter oxygen absorbers. Looks, you know, it looks pretty good. Really like the thickness of the bag. Absolutely no light is going to go through this, which is going to make the food last a little bit longer, as long as I can control humidity, oxygen, and temperature, right? So oxygen, humidity, temperature, and light. Those are the 4 things that will make food go bad quick. So I'm going to give this a shot, and if you've seen this before, probably no need to watch, but if you're new to it, stand by. You're going to get to see how you preserve long-term storage food supplies such as pinto beans. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and begin the food preservation part. Once again, I'm going to take a 7 mil bag. We're going to put some beans in it, so I'm going to set that off to the side. Grab the beans. Grab my Leatherman. By the way, this is called everyday carry. Everyday carry is tools of equipment you have on your body every day, no matter what. So for me, it's I have a Leatherman with me every day. I have another knife. I have 2 flashlights. I have a pen. I have my cell phone is with me, and I have a few other things that are just, no matter what I do, they're always with me. So I'm just going to let gravity kind of work for me. £50 is a lot, so we're going to let gravity just kind of cut it open just a little bit more. Grab my knife. Remember, cut away from you, don't cut towards you. And an SHT, have to be terrible. You could get an infection, all kinds of good stuff. Alright, let's see how gravity works now. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Just pushing down a little bit. So I'm going to fill this one full. Of course, my wife has no clue that I have it. Then what I'm going to do, it's pretty straightforward. These bags are real thick. I really like them a lot. I'm just going to dump my beans in here. And you may ask, why am I not doing 5 gallons at a time? The reason is because there may be times where a gallon is enough, right? Especially, you know, if it's just me and my wife, we don't need to open 5 gallons of beans. And I'm probably going to add a little bit more. It's getting up there, looking pretty full, but we're going to add a little bit more. A lot of beans. Alright. that back up. Alright. So now I'm just going to kind of top it off. Oh, not like that, by the way. There we go. And the bags kind of are firm. They'll hold themselves, so that'll probably be enough right there. And you can't really see how full, but it's up to about right here. I may fill it up just a little bit more, but I want to get a nice seal right across here with the oxygen absorber. So right now I'm going to put you on hold while I finish the rest, and we'll come back. We'll add the oxygen absorbers, and we'll get the rest done. Okay, we're back. We've got them all canned. Now I'm going to add my oxygen absorber. Remember, this says 300 milliliter. You probably can't see that. Or cc, cubic centimeter. It's the same as 300 milliliter. That's the conversion. What you want to do is, when there's a lot of these in here, when you open them up, I'm just going to put them in a 1 quart jar and put the lid on it. And what that will do is keep the oxygen out. You don't need to hurry. You have about 20 to 30 minutes before they start to heat up. And they heat up because it's a chemical reaction that involves iron. And imagine on your car you have iron. Let's say you ding your door and all of a sudden some of the paint chips off. I'm just going to put one each, by the way. The paint chips off. What happens is you begin to get rust. Rust is chemically Fe. It reacts with the oxygen and the humidity in the air. And what it does is it produces rust, which is Fe2O3. You can tell I'm a nerd, I'm a chemist. And so these are the same thing. And what's happening is you put these in there, and once they react with the air, and there's a little bit of water, it begins creating iron oxide, Fe2O3, which is rust. That rust then creates heat. And heat, that's why these get warm. They're the same as the hand warmers that you see in the stores that you use in the wintertime. It's the same chemical reaction, and basically just reacting with the air and the water to form heat. And as the reaction occurs, all the oxygen is consumed. Therefore, no more oxygen in these bags. So what I'm going to do, popped out a little bit, is I got my iron, and there's a couple ways to do it, but you probably can't see. I'm going to just set it here, right here, and I'm just going to run my iron across it. I'm not sure if I'm going to put my vacuum on it or not. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Probably not, and the reason I won't do it is because these are so small. If I was doing a 5-gallon bucket, 1, 2, 3, and you can see here, it's not the prettiest crimp. But what I'm looking for is consistency all the way across. It's crimped. I like these bags because you can see in the little corner right there, I can rip them open relatively easy. Obviously, you always want to mark what it is. Pinto Beans, today's date, 5/20/2018. That one is done. What's going to happen is sometimes these will shrink up small. A lot of times they won't. Don't worry about it. If they don't shrink up small, what's happening is that oxygen absorber is removing all the oxygen and leaving nitrogen. Nitrogen is good. Nitrogen is an inert substance, and what it means is nothing can react with nitrogen, which is exactly what you want. Now, I typically went and iron heat both sides of these, but these are 7 mil bags. They're really thick, and I really like them. I mean, they're really good bags. They're doing exactly what I had hoped they would. Wow, really good bag, 7 mil. I think I'm going to stick with these going forward. A little bit more money, not a whole lot, but a little bit more money, only because, you know, long-term storage food, and you want to make sure it's long-term. Now you can see a little bit of iron. It didn't go all the way through, so I'm just going to touch it up on this side. Yeah, it's perfect. And we do this about once a month. We go out and we buy food, and we store it like this, and then that way it keeps our costs down because we're not having to buy it all at once. And over a year or two, you know, all that food adds up. You have enough. I mean, we've been doing it for decades, but that food adds up, and you're able to take care of your family, some of your members of your community. and other people as well. So it's good stuff. Yep, that looks good. And then what we're going to do is I showed you those gamma seal buckets. We're going to place it in there. And I've got a shed that is just for prepper food. We're going to put it in that shed. And ironically, didn't quite get that good. I bought an air conditioner for it, so I keep it right at 60 degrees. And remember, 4 things that affect how long food will store is temperature. The colder the better. 70 degrees is usually a good temperature if you can do it. Most people can't. Humidity, oxygen, and light. And so that's why I like 5-gallon buckets, because they help protect the food from the light, and also the little animals we have up here, the mice as well. Just get that. Yeah, that looks good. Nice seal. Oh, make sure nothing falls. Oops. All right. Good. Good. And just, yeah, these 7mm bags, I really like them. You can tell a nice difference, and that's it. Those are all sealed. I'll turn my iron off. I'll get my 5-gallon bucket. I will get my pin, and I'm going to write on this pin the same thing that's on these bags. I have labels. And of course, got hot right here. Labels, and I'm going to take one out. I'm going to put it on the 5-gallon bucket. Oops. Just put that sucker right there. And this label will last forever. So I'm going to write Pinto Beans. Non-GMO. I always like to buy non-GMO stuff just so we know what we're eating. 5/20/2018. And we'll see if they'll all fit in here. Now you can buy 5-gallon bags, which might be easier. And then you just put everything in yeah, they're not all gonna fit. So here's my luck. You can put everything in a 5-gallon bucket. Then if you have that, and it's just a lot easier, but these, we like the individual serving sizes because we know we're not going to eat, so I'm just going to take action. Oops, drop my seeds. I'm not going to force it, I got plenty of buckets. And there it is. Once again, we put our oxygen absorbers in here. It's already sealed. You can hear it. Oh dang it! I was going to put that red thing in there and show you. They have a red indicator that comes with them. If it's red, that means they're good. If it turns blue or pink, or if it turns blue, it's not good. Actually, it should be in here. And what will happen is, once all the oxygen is removed in here, it turned blue because it was exposed to oxygen. It'll go back to red. In there. So here I have all my beans ready to go. Individual serving sizes. Let's compact it a little bit more. Done. There's another bucket. Put these in here. Another label. Oops. That's a bit ugly. Oh well. That's ugly, but it'll work. We'll say Pinto Beans. non-GMO. Five 20, 28. And there you have it, folks. You probably knew that, but definitely like sharing my time with you. It's always great to be back on YouTube. So thanks to all. You'll have a great day. And once again, thanks for watching. Bye.